And we were supposed to close on our house today.
I know, I think I'm not alone in it. I love wearing it kind of mid-rise. This is what they're most well known for.
3 bedrooms.
I found myself feeling really guilty. There is just something so contradictory about motherhood.
For some reason, I used to be embarrassed about like eating in the car and getting caught eating in the car, but as I grow older and just when I became an adult and I would see other people eating in their car, the first thought that would come to my mind is, wow, that looks incredible. Like they must be having a 10 out of 10 experience eating alone in silence or listening to their favorite thing while eating their food in their car. Looks amazing. But hello, my friends. Hello, welcome back. This weekend is my birthday weekend. I know, crazy. My dad asked me how old I was the other day, and we both had to really think about it for a second because I feel like I lost a couple of years there somewhere along the line. Because between having a baby and then postpartum and then getting out of that postpartum fog, postpartum depression, if you will, I definitely lost time. But it's Friday and I kicked it off with taking the afternoon off, starting with Annie's nap. I skedaddled right out of there to get my nails done. I probably already showed this, but it's definitely a brighter pink than I was going for. I was going for more of like this pink I have on my shirt, this pinky purple, but I do love the vibes. If you're gonna go Barbie pink, it's gonna be on your birthday and during the summer. I feel like I'm just a color girl when it comes to summer, and then I just go right back into my neutrals during the winters. But the nail appointment ended up taking way longer than I expected. I think I booked something that just had a lot of extra services because their first tier is like express and they don't do any heel scrubbing at the pedicure with the express one. So I wanted to make sure I got that because honestly, I just go for the whole cleanup, looking good, feeling good situation, and then the paint is kind of a bonus for me. So I wanted to make sure we got that, but I think with that next tier up, it like included a bunch of other things that took extra time, but my nail tech was so great. She got me out on time so that I could get to my eyebrow appointment. So if you can't tell, if I'm looking a little red, I just got my eyebrows done. I just recorded a TikTok basically saying the exact same thing I'm about to say right now, but I know they say that money can't buy happiness, but tell me why I always feel immaculate when I have fresh nails done and my eyebrows are done. And that stuff costs money. I also just went across Ulta to the Maine mall to get Sarku Japan, because what else would you get in a mall food court? Tell me your mall food court go-to, because mine is Sarku Japan, always. But that costs more money, however, it spikes my happiness even more. But when Jack asked what I wanted to do for my birthday this year, the question landed around the time where we were trying to close on a house, and it was truly way more chaotic than I expected that process to be, juggling everything in between it, that I literally told him, I was like, it'll come down to probably 1 or 2 days before where I really know what the vibe for my birthday weekend is this year. But as you guys know by now, the house did indeed fall through. So I essentially thought that we were going to be closing right... Oh, that hurts. Today is the 18th when I'm filming this, and we were supposed to close on our house today. That's so sad. The only reason why I can like smile through it is because I have zero attachment to that house anymore, because by the end of the inspection, it's like I didn't even want it. Like that was not a responsibility I was wanting to take on at that point, given everything they found in that inspection. But regardless, it has been so many weekends where we haven't had just a normal family weekend, or at least just the weekend at our place in Portland, Maine, with essentially no plans. So that scenario in itself is a gift after so many weekends of just a lot happening. And I want to keep those vibes, but I've definitely curated it to just be everything that I love. And one of the most things that I tend to love as I'm getting older is time to myself, to spend time with me and to just like hear my own thoughts. I don't know. It's definitely since I had a baby for sure, but in general, I genuinely, and it sounds depressing, it really does when I say it, but I genuinely love time with my own self. Genuinely. If 20-something-year-old Mac heard me say that, I'd be like, wow, We really went downhill, didn't we? That's so sad, but it's true. But to kick off the weekend, like I said, I kicked it off with a couple of things for me. I feel great. And then this weekend, it's sunny on Saturday and rainy on Sunday. So Sunday's my actual birthday, but since it's sunny on Saturday, I'm using that as my beach day. I can't count how many birthdays previous I have spent at the beach. Every single birthday, that is my request. And I've done beach days with like a group of friends and had that vibe. Last year, I think it was last year, Ilya flew in and we rented a beach cabin for the weekend, and that was such a vibe. Tomorrow's plan, Saturday, is actually extremely telling with what like the phase of life that we're in. I want to go to a couple of open houses happening in the morning. So Jack's gonna take Annie so I can just do that on my own time without rushing and like worrying about a lot of stuff. So you and I are gonna hop around a few open houses. And then after that, I'm gonna grab myself a sandwich, probably from Indie Sandwich in Portland. It's so good. Indie sandwiches, oh my gosh. They're just, if you're wondering a good sandwich place, Indie sandwiches. I might grab an Indie sandwich and then head to the beach. The beach is like the for sure plan. The Indie sandwiches, I'll see how I feel tomorrow, but I'll grab something I really love for food after the open houses, and then we'll head to the beach. And then Sunday, my actual birthday, I might play Sims. I don't know, we might get crazy. I miss The Sims. I could go on a whole rant about The Sims, not having played The Sims in so long, but if you didn't know, I used to have a Twitch channel and we used to stream The Sims. Oh, and it was just so good. I haven't played in forever, so just a rainy day on a weekend just for me. That sounds immaculate. Some takeout on a rainy day for some Sims. I don't know. The plans are up in the air, but that's the general gist. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have you guys along. Welcome to my birthday weekend. Come with me to a couple of Saturday open houses here in Maine. My husband and I are currently renting in Portland, and ideally by some sort of miracle, we would like to buy and stay in southern Maine. But I'm up here in the Mid-Coast region because honestly, I haven't explored the Brunswick area enough to know if I like the vibes or not. And what better excuse to explore the area than hit up a couple open houses while I'm here. Let's go.
Isn't that the coolest thing? They're leaving that.
That's cute.
Oh, wow, it adds a little bit of privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a nice separation.
Now I have 2 grandchildren.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's great. They're growing up too fast, though.
It's nice and quiet. I'm not used to all the quiet
I know.
in
it is.
Portland. It's good space. I feel like my parents used to have this exact.
Probably they did.
I'm like, that is unlocking a memory
Uh-huh.
in my childhood.
Yes, really. I would live right here.
So that house was a Cape style built in the 1980s. It was 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms with a massive finished basement. It was extremely neighborhoody, kids on bikes, scooters, people running, that type of vibe. And although when I personally stepped into the house, I didn't get that, oh, this is my house type of feeling. I definitely felt the love and warmth and family vibes of a home. They're looking to downsize because their kids are out of the house now and they have grandchildren. And I could definitely feel the years of raising children when I entered that house. So that was really special. I definitely have another house that I want to stop by in the area before I go. But in the meantime, my realtor suggested that I drive around the Bowdoin College type of neighborhoods. And although I didn't get into like the neighborhoods quite yet, all around the campus and in the campus is just stunning. And it's unlocking a memory for me that I actually did a track camp here. So that was really fun to kind of reminisce these grounds. Definitely a stunning campus. I'm definitely going to stop by Main Street before I go. And I also also know that Brunswick is about half an hour from Popham Beach, half an hour from Reed State Beach, but if you guys know the area better, let me know your go-tos for Brunswick. Why do you love living here? Why do you love visiting here? I would love to know. Let's go see another house. It's cute.
You guys working with a realtor at the time?
Yes, we are. Out in the area and all that.
Sure, yeah. There isn't a lot in Brunswick, huh?
Out than I realized, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. Like there's the college street, but I haven't seen a lot of. That house was listed as a 5-bed, 2-bathroom house, and there was definitely a lot of interesting spaces around the home. But again, I really didn't get that this is my home type of feeling. Afterwards, I got to drive around Main Street, which was gorgeous, lively, lots of stuff going on, lots of restaurants. Although in this moment, I'm just not getting the feeling that Brunswick is for our family personally. There was a lot happening, a lot going on. Definitely really cool to drive around and see it for myself and get a feel for the different areas around the town, see the college, see Main Street, and talk to a couple realtors that know the area pretty well. But if you guys, again, are more familiar with the area, I would love to know your spots, your favorites, because it's not too far from Portland and I'd love to explore it a little bit more. But with that said, I'm off to the beach for the afternoon, so thanks for coming along on my open houses today.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go.
So after the beach, I went home and did that perfect evening of a post-beach shower. Did my makeup, got ready, and we had reservations at my absolute favorite restaurant in Portland, which I will show you guys. But when I was thinking about my birthday dinner outfit, I wanted something just a little more elevated, something new, something fresh, because I don't really get to get dressed up as much as I used to, but I still wanted it to be comfy, still feel like me, but just a little more feminine. I wanted to feel special, you know? And I ended up finding myself on the website Quince, which I have heard people talk about before, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit skeptical when I went on their website just because of how many different categories they had to offer, and everything was at such a good quality, and their descriptions and their materials seemed so good. But everything was also at a fraction of the price than I've seen at other retailers. So was their stuff actually that good? Was it really that? Yes. Yes, I am here to tell you that it actually was that good. They were actually kind enough to send me a few pieces so that I could see for myself, and let's just dive into it, you guys, because this sweater, for example, this sweater is their 100% organic cotton fisherman crew neck sweater. It's thick, it's squishy, it's good quality. Again, 100% organic cotton, and something like this at another major retailer, I was expecting at least $70, $80, pushing $100, $120 $40, 39 and something cents actually, to be specific. Once I got my hands on and tried on the sweater, I knew that Quince was the real deal, and I was so excited to try on everything else that I got, because this truly did build a dream coastal New England summer to fall and beyond wardrobe that will last for years because of the quality of their pieces. Such as this next sweater. This is the 100% organic cotton striped crew sweater. The cut is perfect. The thickness is perfect. I love the thick bands that this one has here, which is a nice contrast to the other sweater that I got. And this sweater's traditional retail value is $98, and Quince has it on their website for $49.90, under $50 for an 100% organic cotton sweater. Is it clocking to me right now? It's not, actually. And I loved pairing both of those sweaters with the 100% European linen pants. These pants with a tan and a good sweater sign me up. The thing about Quince is that they don't think that quality should be a luxury, and they purposely choose premium materials and designs that are designed to stand the test of time. And the entire reason why that they can keep the prices that they do is that they use a factory direct model that cuts out the supply chain middleman, passing the savings on to us so that we can get the quality that we're craving for a fraction of the price. As you can tell, I had a field day going down their linen stuff, like this linen long sleeve shirt, as well as their 100% European linen shorts. You can get a lot of these items to mix and match, or you can get the same one to kind of get a cute little linen set. I had my eye on the color French blue in both of these to kind of make a set, but they were sold out of my size. So if you end up getting either of these items or both, get the French blue and just love it and wear it for me. As soon as I saw this tiered maxi skirt, I knew that this was going to be my birthday moment. This is again 100% organic cotton. It's the perfect fit. I love wearing it kind of mid-rise. I can see myself wearing it low-rise, high-rise, however I'm feeling that day. And I also envision it with those two cotton sweaters as the weather gets a little bit chillier, or if I'm enjoying a nice summer night here in Maine. Between the cotton and the linens, everything is just so mix and match and versatile. And then to end it off, you know, just from these vibes, I had to go with a couple of linen dresses. Let's start with the one I'm wearing right now. I just love the fit of this dress. It feels extremely intentional. It's not too baggy, but it's also not too tight. I've never owned something like this. The scoop neckline is perfect. I'm going between this dress and this European linen tank mini dress for a family photo shoot that we're having on the beach coming up. So please put your votes below, because this video will be live before the shoot and I'm truly just unsure of which vibe to go for. Again, it's a beach. I feel like you can't go wrong between both of these types of dresses. The fact that they're 100% linen, that is already the vibe, but what silhouette do we like better? I truly cannot decide. I will have links to every single thing that I mentioned or tried on down below. And side note, Quince does offer $20 off your first order when you sign up for their emails. So not only are we getting great prices for the quality of materials that they have, but you can get 20 bucks off for signing up for emails. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Quince, for spoiling me with these gorgeous items. Now let's head to my birthday dinner.
Waking up in my bed, you're still stuck in my head. I'm not even hungover. I wanna call your phone, tell you what you did wrong, then ask you to come over. Not very good with decisions, know what's right, but I don't listen. I don't. And I complain and dismiss it, then I keep on reminiscing. I know.
It's so funny because the car is gone. He wants to get something or like a surprise maybe for breakfast, I'm not sure. But he knew that I couldn't stay in bed long enough for me to not wake up and have sips of coffee. So he put cards out. That's so funny. I'm gonna refrain from opening them until my baby's up because she likes to give cards now. But if you know anything about me, we need to hydrate before we drink the coffee. I read this one article this one time in college in my neuro class that caffeine neurotransmitters are not as well received by the receptors if the body is not well hydrated. So if you're not hydrated before you drink coffee, it won't work as well. It won't have the same effect. So I'm always hydrating before coffee now, ever since that one article that I read. But anyway, while we have a few minutes, yesterday was so magical. I was going to bed and I found the guilt, like the parent guilt kind of creeping in. And I definitely want to share a little bit of that because I know I think I'm not alone in it. I know that I think I'm not alone in it. But I found myself reflecting on the day and just feeling like it rejuvenated my soul in a way to just be able to get in June, our Mini Cooper, put the top down, drive with the music blasting, any music that I wanted, any music of my choice, and spend hours just by myself doing exactly what I wanted to do, even if that's just being with myself. I love going to look at houses, so that's just a fun thing anyway. But I got to drive around a town that I wasn't familiar with to kind of get the vibe of it, see if it's somewhere we want to also add to our list for house hunting, with zero time frame. You know, the only time frame that I had was how long I wanted to really spend at the beach of the entire day until it started getting later, you know? And then when I got to the beach, I realized that I forgot AirPods and Kindle. I had my phone, but the reception out there is pretty bad and I don't like to be on my phone anyway at the beach. So you guys, Jack had to ask me, he was like, what did you do? And I just stared at the ocean for, when did I even get there? From like 2 to 5:30, like 1:30 to 5, I stared at the ocean and I people watched and I watched families just being so happy. I watched these little girls, I think they were sisters, they kind of looked similar. They were like timing each other of how fast each one could run to the water as fast as they could. And it just like threw me back so much to childhood. I saw like families joining each other, like they clearly had rented a beach house and they had just gotten there that day on Saturday. Like one family was greeting the other one like, welcome to Maine, welcome to Maine. And I was like, this is the coolest thing. It was just like the best day and like the best vibes. And I went to bed tonight or last night reflecting on all of it and telling Jack and thanking him for such a good day because he handled everything, picking up after her and obviously her nap, meals, all of it. And I found myself feeling really guilty because I was like, why did I have the best day away from my family? Essentially, they joined me at the beach at the end, which added to how amazing the day was. I got to be at the beach with my daughter. I got to splash in the waves with her. She says ocean, sand, beach. She has the best time. But why did I have the best day ever away from my family? Like, why do I need a break? Like, I started feeling so guilty. Like, why do I even need a break from the people that I love the most in this world? Why did I feel like my soul was replenished by spending time away from them? And I honestly, in this moment, asking those out loud, I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer. I think it's just very normal to love something. Yeah, I think this is it. I think it's no. You know what it is? I think motherhood and I think caring for a child is such a unique experience. It is like something that I have never done in my entire life. You know how they say work a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. So if you love your profession, you'll never feel like you're working type of thing. There's that aspect to, you know, a job necessarily. So if you love what you're doing for work, you know, like sometimes you might need a break from it, whatever, but there is just something so deep and personal and contradictory about motherhood, like about how difficult and hard and taxing it can be emotionally and physically, because you are deeply emotionally connected with this being. You are deeply emotionally connected to your job in this way. It is not a clock in, clock out situation. And you love so much about it, but it's also the hardest thing you've ever done because you're so deeply connected to it. So those hard moments are like 10 times as hard because you can't just release yourself emotionally and be like, well,
That's just, I'm gonna leave that for tomorrow. That's just a that's a task for tomorrow's job task. You know, like it just doesn't work like that. So feeling like you need a break from a normal job that you still like to do just seems so normal. Like, oh, I've been doing this for so long, I gotta go. But then feeling like you need a break from a literal thing that you feel so emotionally attached to all the time, it feels guilty. You feel guilty about it. So yeah, I don't know. That's the only way I could put into words why it's kind of confusing. The other thing is, with a job that you feel like you're kind of burnt out of, or you feel like you do need a break occasionally, you kind of dread going back to it. It's like, wow, today was so beautiful. I do not want to go back to work on Monday, you know, if you have a job that like you're dreading. But that's also not what happens when I need a break, at least for me personally, from being a mom sometimes. Because when I knew her nap end was approaching, I started getting really excited. Like I had spent all day apart essentially from her. We've all left the house at the same time, and I kept turning to like look back at the beach entrance just to see if they were there, because the cell reception was bad. I couldn't like tell when they had left or not. And then eventually I couldn't even handle it anymore. I called them just to see like where they were at, and they were walking down the beach. And like, to meet up with her, she had no idea that I was gonna be there. She has no concept of that. So like, to meet up with her on the walk down to the beach, she was like, her whole face lit up and my whole face lit up. It was just like the best thing ever. So yeah, I don't know, the position, the being a mom is like the most unique thing that I've ever done. And the guilt that comes along with it is so unique in a way too. And the breaks that you need and the way that you feel rejuvenated from them, those are unique. So yeah, those are just my thoughts. Those are my late night thoughts that I currently needed to share with you all.
Mama.
Yeah, Bubba?
Queen.
Friday night and the lights are low, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. Do. Anybody could be that guy.
Adam.
Bubba, guess who's here? Do you want to see Dada in the window?
Is that Queen Mama?
Let's go see him at the door.
Is that my monkey? Where is my monkey? Come here. Did you mingle?
Yes, baby. What did you get?
A birthday package?
A birthday package.
Yes.
Oh, you went. We went to Tandem Coffee Roasters.
That is always a win.
You can have a donut.
You can have a donut. Can you help Daddy open the windows?
Oh
Mommy unpack.
my goodness. If you guys ever find yourself in Portland, you need to try Tandem Coffee Roasters. I think it's technically in the West End. This is truly one of the best breakfast sandwiches that I've ever had. It's also one of the most unique breakfast sandwiches that I've ever had. So if you're looking for like a standard sausage, egg, and cheese, I'm sure that there's a more standard one, but this is a sausage, egg, and cheese on one of their buttery, salty, flaky biscuits. Hi, baby. Come here. Look.
That was for her.
Yeah, I figured. I don't think we had this.
I had it once before with Annie on a road trip up.
Did you?
Yeah.
This is more than a morning bun. This is a full-on cinnamon sticky bun. Look at that.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Bob, I was literally thinking about this last night. Did you know?
I had been waiting for it all weekend. I was like, this is the vibe. She hasn't told me anything explicit, so I'm just gonna go do it.
So good. And then, I don't know if you guys can see it. What kind of mayo is it?
Chipotle aioli. One bite.
No, because if it was Chipotle, I wouldn't like it.
One bite.
It is this aioli that they put on the sandwich. Between the biscuit, the homemade butter biscuit, and the aioli, steps up the biscuit.
And the egg is perfect.
Yeah, the egg is like a perfectly folded, cooked egg.
And I got you one more prize in there, Mom.
Oh man. You got the biscuit?
I
The
got
loaded biscuit?
The loaded biscuit.
Did you get butter or cream cheese?
Butter and jam.
Oh, that's the best one. Now this is also what you go for. This is what they're most well known for. One of their fresh biscuits loaded with homemade butter and jam. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Hey, can you give that to Mama? Good job.
Thank you for my car.
You say, Mom, I picked it.
Did you pick this out for me? A good mom lets you lick the beaters. A great mom turns the mixer off first. I would do that, yes. The best mom turned the mixer off, on, for at least 5 minutes before singing the entire Mamma Mia soundtrack. She asked for Mamma Mia while I was making her milk. Thank you, baby. Thank you for my card.
Yellow.
Yes,
Yellow.
this is yellow. Good job. Opening this one. This is from Dada. Can you say happy birthday?
Happy.
Thank you, baby. We always said we'd grow old together, but you really don't look like you're holding up your end of the bargain baseball. Thank you.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know